Hey guys, first off I just want to warn you that I'm just using a cheap $100 Easy Share Kodak camera at the moment, so if the sound quality is not good, that's why. Our regular camera, we lent it to Randy's brother because he was at a wedding recently and he needed a good camera. Okay, what I'm doing today is I'm going to cut down a bunch of these chives. You can see we have lots and lots of them. I'm going to cut some so that I can freeze them so we can have fresh chives all winter long. It's been raining today. It's the first rain we've had in quite some time, so this is actually kind of wet, but I'm okay with that. Supposed to cut fairly close to the ground. I can see there's a lot of dead stuff down there, but I guess I can pick that out. This is kind of just all in knots. I'm just using scissors for this. Cut more than that. I'm going to use more than that in the winter, sure. I've read that you can chop, like you can cut down up to a third of your chive plant at a time, your chive cluster. You could cut up to a third of it down at a time without causing any real damage to your chive cluster, and it'll just keep producing. Apparently the more you cut it, the more it produces. You don't have to freeze it, that's what I'm doing, but you don't have to. You can hang it upside down and dry it, or dry it at a dehydrator or whatever. But it does lose some flavor when it's dry. I think I'd just rather freeze it this year. If you happen to have the flowers on your chives, I believe those can be frozen as well. I only have one at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that. But I think you can just cut those down, pull them apart a bit, and freeze those as well. After you cut your chives and bring them in the house, just be sure to rinse them off. You can just pat dry them. They don't need to be bone dry. They can just be kind of wet still. No big deal. There's a couple of ways of freezing your chives. The method that I'm doing is I'm just going to chop them into the size pieces I would normally use in a recipe, and then I'm putting them on this cookie sheet, laying them out fairly flat, layers if I have to, with just parchment paper or saran wrap or something between them. And then I'm putting them in the freezer, and once they're frozen, then I can take them off of this and just put them in a Ziploc bag or a freezer container, whatever. There's another method, which is just you chop them into the pieces you would want in your recipes, and then you put them in ice cube trays, and you fill the ice cube trays, the remaining space, with water. And then you freeze them in the ice cube trays, and when they're frozen, take the cubes out, put them in a Ziploc bag or some sort of freezer container, and then just grab one of those ice cubes and pop them in your recipes whenever you need them. I'm not doing it that way, and the main reason I'm not doing it that way is because I don't have ice cube trays. My freezer makes ice cubes. So that's why I'm not doing it that way. So I'm just going to chop these up, clean pair of scissors, and that's about it. You can use a knife to chop them up if you want. I just have always found that scissors are great for chopping herbs, especially chives. They sure smell good. Necessarily making my eyes sting. Who knew that this quantity would have the same reaction as onions do? Chives are in the onion family. Wow, my eyes are watery. Here's all the chives, all chopped, ready to go in the freezer. Okay, sorry about the lighting in here. It's nighttime now. You only need to freeze on a cookie sheet or whatever in your freezer for a few hours, and then they're frozen enough. They're frozen in individual chunks. They're firm. They're actually, you can kind of crush them, whatever. Now I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer. That's all you got to do. So that's it. Ziploc bag. Put it in the freezer like that. And as I need it, just open it up, pull out little spoonfuls, little handfuls. That's it. It's as easy as that.